welcome our dear viewers to another episode of Iniya Sandippu. We are very, very happy to have each one of you watch this and being enriched by the lives of many people from different walks of life. So today here we have with us a guest who is a woman of compassion, conviction and continued service, a veteran nurse and a vibrant part of Evangelical Nurses Fellowship of India. Join with me in welcoming our guest for today, Mrs. Jebaseeli Emmanuel. Welcome to the show, Akka.
Welcome.
So we are very happy to have you with us today, and we are really looking forward to listen from your varied experiences from your life. So let's start from the beginning. So these were the words that I had to share about you. What would you like the viewers to know about yourself? Like more about your family? You can just say in a few lines how you would like to introduce yourself.
I am a nurse, trained nurse from CMC Vellore. My early days, I was brought up in a village in Tirunelveli district.
Right.
Of course, my early schooling was in Palangotte, where my father was assistant pastor in the cathedral. Later, when he was transferred to a village, I had to go and stay with my grandmother in Ayanavaram for my studies from 6th standard. So I did my schooling mainly in Ayanavaram.
Right.
And after 11th standard, PUC also I did in Pope's College, Ayanavaram. Then I went for nursing.
Okay. So nice to know about the beginnings. Especially, God says, He will never neglect a very humble beginning. So though you were from a small village in the south of India, still God has used you in various capacities. So what else would you like to say about your early childhood? How did you know Christ, and how did that journey help you in your future?
Well, when I was with my grandmother, we used to go to church regularly, both morning and evening. So these were the seeds that was sown in my early childhood. When I was doing my 9th standard, I committed my life to God.
Okay.
Then on, I used to go to the backyard of the house to pray after my school hours, meditate, and carry on my routine activities. I learned to do household work even when I was in the school days. Actually, I took mathematics group in 10th and 11th. I didn't do science group.
Okay.
So even elective mathematics. Later, when I joined in PUC, I took the first group, that is maths, physics, chemistry, because I liked mathematics.
Okay.
In fact, my father told me to take science because I was good in science also. And I was little scared of cockroaches, dissections, such things. So I wanted to go for, the mathematics line. After completion of PUC, I wanted to continue with BSc Maths or BCom. Whereas my father insisted me that I should go for, somebody should be in the medical line. And I could not go for medicine because of my mathematics group. I had to go for nursing.
Okay.
At that point of time, my cousin, who is in Amblike as a principal now, Mrs. Grace Kingston, she just completed her BSc nursing. So my father was so fascinated where she had completed, so you also go for nursing, and I landed in nursing in that way.
Okay, so nice to hear about your early days of how you developed yourself spiritually and how you were inspired by your own relatives, to join this nursing course. It's very true that God has His ways and how He orchestrates plan for His people. So Akka, you have shared about your commitment. So tell us, how was your early nursing days? Any interesting experience in the hospital?
Yes, after I joined nursing, I realized that it was entirely a different world, because I did my schooling in Tamil medium and I had to do my nursing in English medium. Hardly I knew how to speak. Even in PUC, though it was an English medium, it was a maths group.
Okay.
So spoken English, I was not good at all. Whereas my father insisted that, and he gifted me an English Bible, Good News Bible, and he told me to read Tamil Bible and English Bible simultaneously every day, and I will improve my language. That helped me so much. Moreover, as I mentioned, my cousin used to take me to Bible study in Miss Thompson's house in Vellore, and she used to come and sit with me and pray with me and help me. In fact, I recommitted my life to serve God through the profession when I was doing my nursing. So I improved in every way. I was initially timid, but later I realized, no, I came out of all those things. One example, in the class when they were teaching anatomy, since I didn't know the language and I was also a maths group person, the professor taught us the parts of the body, and he, at the end of the class, he asked any questions. Since I didn't understand certain parts in English, I raised and asked, what is this part? Pointing out the thigh. All my classmates burst out in laughing, and my friend who was beside me, she pulled me down. She said, come to the room and ask, not here. It was such an embarrassing experience, but still I learned many things. But God brought me out all those things. I didn't know even the microscope. Once I broken the slide, everybody said you have to pay for the microscope. And I didn't go for the class next day to medical college. Then the lecturer asked my friend, where is she? When she said she's scared because she broke no, it's not the microscope that was broken, it's only a slide, so ask her to come to the class. These were my experiences because I didn't know the basics of science.
Definitely there are a lot of challenges, every student has to face during their time in school or in college, especially because of inhibitions, fears and unknowingness. But it's nice that you persevere through all those things and you have achieved great things. Is there any defining moment that confirmed, this is what I'm supposed to do, or this is what I'm meant to be for the rest of my life? Because your interest was in maths, but you shifted entirely and then came to the nursing field. So what was your defining moment that has helped you hold on to the rope till now?
At one point of time, I wanted to work only in mission hospitals. I was working in CMC soon after my studies, and I was working in College of Nursing initially as a tutor in community health department, later moved to clinical side in maternity department. Then I wanted a change, go to the mission field. I expressed my father that I want to go as a missionary with IMS. Those days we knew only about IMS. My father said, as a girl, I will not send you unmarried because you have 2 more siblings, and after marriage you can go anywhere. So then I was expressing my view to Dr. Lionel Nyanraj, who was there, and he said, why don't you move to Rainey Hospital? So I came to Rainey Hospital from CMC. Compared to CMC, that was not up to the standard of CMC in any way. Even the salary was very low. But my father agreed when I moved to Chennai. And because I moved to Chennai, the marriage also, proposal came and things moved, so that I could settle in life. That was God's plan, I felt. The very next week, I came to Rainey Hospital. My father-in-law and my husband came to see me. I didn't know who they were. They came to see me. So I felt, something God is, though I didn't know, I was not aware of things that is happening around me. God was working in my life, having a greater plan.
Yeah, so sometimes it's like only one part of the puzzle that we are able to see, and definitely it's very puzzling. But now to look back, I'm sure you're thankful to God because you're able to see the larger picture which has fallen in place according to God's will in your life. So what else do you think has influenced your life as a nurse, especially to do with your spiritual walk with God? How has your faith influenced your profession as a nurse?
At that point of time, actually, I didn't realize anything. I had my usual quiet time, and my relationship with God was close, and I never thought that I will involve in the ministry like this. I came to work in a mission hospital, that's all. But I realized God worked things in a different way when I got married and going into a family where all were believers, and they were encouraging my spiritual walk with God, and even the ministry that when I took up, they were of great support to me in every way, including my father-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-laws, brother-in-law, and my husband, who was a great strength to me in the ministry even till today.
So you have said that you had a very, very supportive family. So can you tell us about your married life and how many children you have?
Yeah, my husband Emmanuel, and he's a dairy technologist. He was working with Avin. He was a junior dairy officer at that time, but then he used to go on shifts. I have 2 children, one boy and a girl. Boy, now he is 38 years old, and the girl is 31 years old.
Nice to know about you, Akka. We've been listening to how Mrs. Jebaseeli has been sharing about her childhood and how she had a very transformative moment when she had to change her career and a big shift, but still everything was perfect in the plan of God. So we wrap up our episode here, but stay tuned with us so that you can learn more from her life. Thank you.